Good morning, Hive fans. Welcome to today's live stream. This is round 3 of the Hive Game Open, the qualifying event for the upcoming World Championship this summer. So this is Table 1, Frasco versus tanksc. And they're going to get started a little early, according to Frasco's note over at Discord. So I'm going to be trying to keep an eye on them, make sure that we are up and running and going this morning. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the review room where I'll be reviewing the game and looking at some alternate lines. And I'll be watching very carefully. Hopefully, we will be able to see when Frasco, oh, they have already started. So we are going to go ahead and get going. They started a little early today, unexpectedly. I'm glad I was able to catch that. So let's just see what happens here. Both players open with Ladybugs, which is far and away the most standard opening. Let's see, Frasco is playing white initially. Both players followed with mosquitoes. And we're looking forward to the upcoming release of the second in the series of Canon of Hive books, Opening Theory. Very, very, very close, according to Joe Schultz. And the reason I bring it up is because he has sent me a preliminary copy. I've been able to read it, and I've been working on adjusting my shoe designation. That's the standard Hive Opening Encyclopedia designation to match his terminology and notations in his book. And so as soon as his book is released, I'll be releasing a new version of shoe. I've been working on it, and it's been working out very well. So first bug to move is the black mosquito, pinning a white ant. And this is one of those general types of considerations that we haven't yet determined with 100%. But it seems like black is, in the early going, should be more concerned about getting bugs in play rather than actually attacking. But we'll see how this turns out. Don't have anybody viewing yet this morning, but of course that's kind of understandable this early in the morning. Hopefully the notifications will be going out soon. Spider comes in. And note the spider, again, anytime you bring in a spider or a grasshopper with limited movement, always ask yourself, where's it going? Or if my opponent brings it in, where's it headed? And of course, the spider can pin the ant, or if a bug comes into this spot here, the spider's in good position to pin it. So for example, white brings in an ant here or a beetle here, it can get pinned by the spider. So the pill bug comes in. Of course, what this does is it not only gets the pill bug into a good defensive position, actually the pill bug's in a good attacking position as well, but it gives pill bug power to the mosquito and frees the mosquito. And then now if the spider pins it, then unless the spider is anchored down, the spider could actually be warped into a black kill spot. Welcome. And it's a beautiful morning here in Florida. I've already been outside. Tuesday is our garbage collection day, so I had to get the garbage out early this morning. And the good thing about it is it looks like our drought may be ending here in Florida. We've had a good amount of rain yesterday, actually a couple days this week, and we're expected to get more rain. So back into our regular afternoon thunder showers, which is very reassuring here in Florida. Both players are playing fairly quickly. The black spider, of course, is in position to either attack or do the pin replacement. Now we'll look at a couple options here. White could do a mosquito harassment, but then black could respond that way if he wanted to. Don't necessarily like the idea of using an ant this early to pin a spider, but that's another possibility there. Of course, that would leave it open and allow black to bring in another ant. If black brought in another ant, it'd end up with a beetle factory here. So let's take a look here. So he does elect to pin the spider in an elbow pin. We'll make that the main line. So where does black bring in an ant? Okay, black brings it in here. Now, of course, if the mosquito pins the ant, the spider can immediately pin either spot. It gets pinned by the spider. So that is probably not what, although you don't know because that would open the beetle factory, but he plays in a spider. Spider can be in attacking position. It can actually attack two ways. It can attack with the 1, 2, 3, its own movement, or the pill bug can warp it to here. Black will probably bring in a third ant. So if you were bringing in an ant here, where would you bring it in? Oh, my regular 7 o'clock alarm is going off. I was actually kind of hoping they were going to get started an hour at their initial scheduled time because that gives me more time before I have to go to work this morning. Now that's interesting. The spider goes ahead and attacks. Is the spider going to continue? White could respond by attacking this spot. Or to that spot. And he elects to do neither. He elects to, now he pins the ant with the mosquito, opening the beetle factory. And that mosquito is no longer pinnable by the spider. And now black is going to probably continue with the pin replacement, freeing the mosquito. Oh, no, he doesn't. He attacks with the spider. Interesting. Okay, so attacking with the spider also shuts down the beetle factory. So that was almost assuredly the more important consideration. Warps the spider in, opens another pin-proof spawn point for a beetle here. So is black going to begin the beetle assault? We'll see. Of course, the early stages of these tournament games all pivot around setting your pieces up in position where at some point you can qualify for the win. At some point you can negate the defensive capability of the pill bug. And far and away the easiest way to do that is with a beetle. Of course, the danger, let's take a look at this because there may be a danger here because if, oh no, he brings the beetle in there. What you don't want to do is, like, for example, right here, white only has one option to warp the queen, and that would warp it into here, which you don't want to do unless you take the kill shot by warping it into there. Now that's interesting because what would happen if white warps the spider to here? That would be an interesting turn of events. The only reason I say warping the spider to there is if you move the beetle first and then warp, you're not warping the spider into a kill spot. Now the question would be is, let's follow this line. Beetle to there, grasshopper to here. Oh no, he didn't do that. Okay. Excuse me. He's separating his queen from the pill bug. Now it's interesting. Look at this possibility. If the grasshopper goes to there, no, the grasshopper, okay, grasshopper's going to here. Well, okay, we're missing something here. Let's go back. Into there, grasshopper to here. Okay. Oh, we got an error message here. Okay. Warping the ant out. Of course, that if white shifts the pin, of course, that would open up as a beetle, but white goes ahead and qualifies. And that might be enough to throw. Hold on, I'm having an issue on my YouTube account here. Hold on a second. Let's take a look. Okay, let's get back to the game here. I have to take a look to see, are you noticing any problems on the stream? So one option for white would be to move the queen, the ant to here, and then followed by jumping the mosquito into there. we always need to look at what our black's options are for attack, and there aren't a lot. Okay, I was wondering if you might move the queen back in. Moving the queen back next to the pill bug puts the pill bug defense back into play, but it also has the threat of warping this spider in. The black spider moves to here. The white spider, oh, this is a double door. You don't see that very often. Spider could go through this door and go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, or go through this door and go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Haven't had anybody join in on the poll yet this morning. So if you're watching, let me know. Who do you think is going to win the match? Is it going to be Frasco or tanksc, or is it going to be a 1-1 draw? Yep, that was almost a no-brainer there to warp the spider in. Now let's see. Yeah, the spider is trapped there. So if black begins his beetle assault, white can very easily pin whichever beetles come in. The elbow pin threatens to climb up on the beetle, also removes this as a spawn point. And then, of course, once the white ant moves, the white ladybug is free as well. If I had to venture a guess, barring something completely of course, once he climbs up with that mosquito, the black mosquito no longer has beetle power. But it does allow the spider to escape. Interesting. Okay. So is white going to continue on the defense? Okay, that's interesting. That was probably played primarily to remove some spawn points, but secondarily to remove the possible pin on the ladybug so that when this kill spot gets filled, the ladybug is free. Okay, we're up to 5 viewers. Very good. We welcome everybody. Make sure you drop a note. Let me know where you're from and who you are. Okay, now does black have any possible threat with that second beetle? You may ask yourself, why does the spider spawn there instead of spawning here? And the answer is now if the beetle comes in here, the spider pins it in line, which is a lot more permanent of a pin. And for a pin replacement to get that final ant free, and sure enough, oops, black needs to be thinking about defense, but I don't think there's a whole lot of defending that can happen. Using the ant to defend against the ladybug, and of course, just as expected, the white beetle climbs up, not only taking the defensive availability of the ladybug, but opening this as a direct drop spot. So white needs 4 bugs. He's got 3 grasshoppers in reserve, has the 2 beetles up, ant mobile, and a long-term trek with the white mosquito. Okay, looking for def defensive options. Now it's interesting, the white ant shifts over so that when this spot gets filled, it doesn't free the ant. But now this black ant has to move because otherwise the black ant just gets warped to there and frees the ladybug. As the morning's progressing, we're getting more and more people viewing. Make sure you let me know. YouTube loves it when you join in the conversation by putting in the chat. I don't see any way that black can come out of this one. Now white has 4 kill spots to fill. He's got the 2 beetles atop the hive, so he's got to get 2 bugs into attacking position. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Kind of a unique way of attacking with the grasshopper would be the grasshopper to here, and then next move warping it to there. I'd like to compliment the designers here at Hive Game. I think this review room is very self-explanatory, very intuitive. They've done a good job of that. Now, is White going to continue his attack, or is he going to take advantage of this opportunity and pin this second and last beetle? So Frasco has 12 minutes of think time, so he can probably do the calculations. Oh, my second alarm just went off. Okay, yep, he's quickly done the calculations and determined that he can win this straight away. Although that's very interesting, moving the beetle forward rather than climbing up does create the gate here, keep this ant out of that spot. Does black have any defense here? Doesn't want to move the beetle. He can move the beetle to there, which would keep the gate. He doesn't want to climb up with the beetle because that allows the ant in. What about jumping the grasshopper to here? That potentially frees this ant. I could bring the grasshopper here. Okay. So the key spot's going to be this spot. Oh, but yep, it's over. The white ant performs the fill, freeing the ladybug. Ladybug takes the setup shot, and both of these beetles have angles of attack to take the kill shot. First game goes to Frasco playing white. We'll see if they're going to play a game 2 right now or if they're going to play a game 2 later. He drops down with that beetle. Okay, very good. Congratulations to Frasco. So he won the first one. Now we will see if there's going to be a second one. My guess is there probably will be a second game this morning. So I am going to turn off my two rooms. I don't know exactly how to reset a room. I wonder if I have to log off and log back in again. Let's try that. I don't know. Yep, they are playing and they're already started. So I'm going to try to get caught up here. So let's see how I can. Having a problem in my review room. Now let's try it again. F5 here. Okay, wow, we're going very quickly here, and I am way behind. So let me see if I can get caught up. Tank is actually attacking very early. So let me, if I can go through the, Frasco is playing his traffic light defense, green, yellow, red. Okay, I think we're caught up. So white is in big time attack mode. Black has not yet got the pill bug in play. Okay, wow, that was very, oh, you know what? I'm not, let me get the review room open here. Okay, black has got the beetle in. Okay, white is playing very, very quickly, very, very aggressively. So white has qualified for the win, but is in danger of losing the control of the outside of the hive. Is he going to be able to get his attack going? Well, the pole has one. Oh, he's going to attack with his pill bug. Interesting. Excuse me. They are playing very, very quickly. Tank is very aggressive. With 20 plus 20 timing, both of them are still over 20 seconds, so they're playing very, very quickly in this game. Okay, we can take a tiny bit of a breather here. At what point does black begin? Okay, he's first starting by capping off that ant, or threatening to cap off the ant. Okay, wow. Very, very quickly, very, very aggressive. So white has all three grasshoppers and a spider. White's attack has to succeed because he has no defense for his queen, even though his queen is all alone. Oh, now what would be interesting would be placing a grasshopper here with the threat to jump over. Now this spider, of course, can attack in either spot, so I'm guessing it's going to attack to this spot. Oh no, he's bringing the grasshopper in first. Okay, at some point, black is going to start the counterattack. So what is white's? See, the problem is black is in good defensive position. If the spider goes to here to form the ring, the grasshopper just jumps out. Either of these bugs can attack to those two spots, but excuse me. Once either of these kill spots are filled, the grasshopper and pillbug can take into play. So Joel Bessemer says, I think Frasco can survive here, but it's going to be close. Okay, so White, now the question is, White has set up to free that beetle. They are playing very, very good. It's like a rapid game. Yep. Now White has to defend with a, wow, this is quick. And then the grasshopper comes to there. Yep. Wow, this was exciting. Yep, Joel, you were right. This was like a rapid game. Neither player got below 20 minutes. They were taking less than 20 seconds a turn. So, congratulations, Frasco, and nice to see tanksc back playing. He used to play a lot, and he is one of the better players in the world. And so we're looking forward to his results in the rest of the upcoming tournament. So this is round 3. Congratulations to Frasco. Won both games this morning. Wow, it was exciting. And of course, the poll ended up 2 people voting for Frasco and 1 draw. Probably could end the poll before the second game ends, wouldn't you think? So, wow, what an exciting match this was. So, congratulations to Frasco. Won the match 2-0. So, today's going to be a busy day on the Hive front. We had this match at 1300 UTC. We've got Sturek against Marchuka. Then we've got at 1600 this afternoon, we've got Drife Badger versus Penguin with a tie, and P. Capella versus Optozorax. 2100, we have Apollo Q versus Kess playing game 2. And this afternoon, we might have at either 2000 or 2100, I'm playing up against G3, G7. Hasn't been totally finalized yet, so won't be able to live stream anymore for today. But hopefully we'll be live streaming over the next few days. Follow me on X at Randy Plays Hive. Also join in at our Discord server. There's a link down below to that. So thank you very much for joining this morning. Appreciate it. Congratulations to Frasco for winning. And of course, if you would like to support the channel, you can do so by doing a chat. 75% of the super chat revenue will be donated to the developers over at hivegame.com. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, there's a link down below also. So, as always, I am here helping you play Hive like a champion. Just a little quick comment. I was reviewing the game between Eucalyx and, let's see, who did Eucalyx play? A Max Shark, maybe. Anyway, I was reviewing that game. Excellent, excellent in-game scenario. There's a lot of very good options in that one. I might be making a video of that. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining this morning. Again, as always, I'm here helping you play Hive like a champion. Until next time, this is Randy Ingersoll signing off.